So the summer is finally here, which means we're going to be getting some nice weather over the next few months. So in today's Cephalabon contributor video, and in this co-created list, we're going to be talking to you about 10 tropical fragrances. This is a style of scents that I love wearing right around this time of the year. I'm excited to share this list with you, so make sure to stay tuned. Before I begin today's video and I tell you about the fragrances that are found in this co-created list, why I love them so much, why I think they're great tropical fragrances, and why I think they're perfect for the summertime, I do want to start things off by mentioning that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. Make sure to hit that bell icon so you can be notified whenever I do upload future videos to the channel. And of course, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you took something of value from today's episode. It would really mean a lot to me. Now, if you would like to enter for your chance to win a bottle of the many eligible draws within this video, all you have to do is shoot on over to cephalabon.com. It's going to be the first link down below in the description section. Make sure to read through the article, and after you become a registered reader, just leave a comment on the article. That's it. And you will be eligible to win one of the many fragrances that are available for the giveaway. Good luck, everybody. Just make sure to check back on over to cephalabon.com on the date that is specified in the article so that you know if you're one of the lucky winners. With that being said, what is a tropical fragrance? When we think of the tropics, we're typically thinking of parts of the world where it's nice and warm all year round. The temperature never really dips below 64 or 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, sometimes it could be a little bit humid, but we're also thinking of the tropics. We're thinking of nations of the world that are more so in the center of the globe. And so these are like vacation spots. This is where we like to go when we want to unwind. We want to feel our worries and our stresses, dissipate. And these are fragrances that have a variety of different fruity notes, floral notes, citrus notes. These are precisely the notes that I think about when it comes to tropical fragrances. Coconut is a big one. Frangipani is a big one. Ylang ylang is a big one. Clean musk is another note that I typically think about. So with that being said, let's dive into the list. And the first fragrance that I want to talk about certainly has a tropical feel to it. There's lime, there's coconut, there's also a little bit of yuzu, which adds a unique characteristic to it. It's the first one that I'm going to talk about because I creatively directed this one, and by Navitus Parfums, it's called Aweigh. Now, this fragrance, composed by Jorge Lee, is an amazing aquatic fragrance with some incense in the base. You also have a heart of lavender. It's beautifully done, and the perfumer did such an incredibly job on this one. If you're looking for a long-lasting aquatic with some unique modern elements to it, Aweigh is a great selection for you. I also want to talk about a mainstay and one that's been spoken about incessantly in the fragrance community. This one, of course, by Creed, is called Virgin Island Water. Now, this also has coconut. It also has lime. It also has some aquatic nuances to it. Now, the coconut is very strong, and of course, it also depends on which batch of the fragrance you acquire. Some are a little bit more citrusy than others, but this is definitely a tropical fragrance, and one that I personally wore when I visited St. Thomas in the US Virgin Islands. I went to Magens Bay, which is one of the most beautiful beaches I've ever been to, and so I've made a lot of really positive memories with this fragrance. I even did a scent of the day video there, so it was a lot of fun, and I love Virgin Island Water. Great tropical fragrance. Now, since we have a blue theme going, we might as well keep it going with a brand new fragrance. This one came out in 2022. This one by the French brand Lumari Paris is called Porthole. Now, this does have a lot of aquatic elements. There's actually this salt accord in the opening. So this is a salty pineapple kind of a fragrance. So you have that juicy tartness of the pineapple. And of course, with a lot of drinks like a piña colada, they usually put a pineapple wedge on the rim of the glass. And so you're thinking about these exotic fruits, these tropical fruits, and it definitely puts you in the mindset of a vacation. I personally love Porthole by Lumari. And then here is one of my wife's favorites, and I love smelling this one on her. This one actually came out last year in 2021. This one by DKNY is called Be Delicious Coconuts About Summer. So this is a great tropical, fresh summer fragrance. Not a whole lot of citrus happening in there, but you do get coconut in the opening, as the name implies, but you also have this really nice heart of magnolia. So the magnolia is very transparent, it's very aqueous in a sense, but it also makes its presence known before eventually settling on a base of clean white musk. Great fragrance, perfect for a tropical landscape or a tropical climate, and it's perfect for the summertime. As I said before, I love smelling this one on my wife, and it is a flanker to the ever popular Be Delicious. The next fragrance that I want to talk about is by Jacques Fath, and I have a humongous bottle of this stuff. This one is called Curaçao Bay. Now, of course, taking a look at the color of the bottle is slightly indicative of what you can expect in terms of the smell, but this one opens up with a lot of citrus. If I'm remembering correctly, there's tangerine, there's orange, there's bergamot, there's petitgrain, and then of course in the heart you do have a little bit of freesia, if I'm remembering that correctly. There are some tropical floral ingredients in here. You do have this, oh, not freesia, excuse me, frangipani. So you have frangipani, you have ambergris, you have some aquatic nuances in the base. It does tend to get a little bit oceanic and a little bit salty or ozonic perhaps, but it's a beautifully done fragrance. Perfect for this time of the year, and it's a great casual fragrance, just smells really, really good, and it puts you in that mindset. It lifts your spirits, it enhances your aura. I personally love Curaçao Bay. Of course, we also have a popular designer fragrance. This one also has a flanker to it as well. This one by Tom Ford is called Soleil Blanc. Now there's also Eau de Soleil Blanc, which is a little bit lighter, it's a little bit more transparent. I personally love the original Soleil Blanc, and so does my wife. This actually opens up a little spicy, and I wasn't expecting that. You have a little bit of pink pepper, you have a little bit of cardamom. Of course, you do kind of have like this coconut before it dries down to this bed of amber, and you have a lot of really wonderful florals happening in here. There's ylang-ylang, there's a little bit of tuberose, if I'm remembering correctly. It's a beautiful floral bouquet that you get in the heart before settling on that base of amber, which also contributes to the really good longevity that I'm getting from it. And then of course, I also want to talk about another fragrance that I've mentioned on my channel a few times before. This also happens to be a really long-lasting fragrance by the House of Mancera. It's called Holidays. Hey, the name says it all. You're on holiday, you're on a vacation, you're enjoying your time. Hopefully you're with friends, family, loved ones, or maybe if you're that type of person that likes traveling alone, hey, to each his own, more power to you. This one is also a beautiful coconut fragrance, opens up with this tropical sort of a feel, but you also have this tiare flower happening in the heart, and that floral accord really opens up the fragrance, adds this dynamic quality to the fragrance, and I love Holidays. For a long-lasting tropical floral fragrance, Holidays is impeccable. And I also love another fragrance by Kajal, rest in peace to Rosendo Mateo. This was a collaboration between Rosendo Mateo and Chris Maurice, and this one is called Dahab. Now this one is passion fruit and apple. Amazing, amazing notes, very tropical smelling, kind of along the lines of like an Erba Pura by Sospiro, which is now under the Xerjoff umbrella, or even Kirke by Tiziana Terenzi. This is a very beautiful, fruity, tropical smelling fragrance, and of course a lot of these tropical fruits contribute greatly to a tropical smell, and this one has so many wonderful ingredients to it. If you want to smell tropical with this really long-lasting musky base, Dahab is the longest lasting fragrance in this entire list. So if longevity is important to you, definitely check out Dahab. In the number 2 spot, we have a beautiful fragrance, absolutely intoxicating and mesmerizing. And I have a small bottle of this one. This one is called Lost in Flowers by Strangelove NYC. This is composed by Christophe Laudermiel, who is one of the coolest people I've ever met. I've attended an event that he was hosting. He's very down to earth, incredibly intelligent, incredibly knowledgeable, very passionate about the industry. And this has champaca, it has gardenia, it has jasmine, and it also has a base of agarwood. So many natural ingredients in here, and that floral bouquet is so diverse and it's so mesmerizing. And you know, Christophe Laudermiel is just truly a genius. You have to try this fragrance so you can really witness the magic of it. I can't tell you how much I love it. Hence the reason why I've spoken about it in so many videos in the past, and I've had it in my possession for some time now. And the fragrance I want to talk about that is in the #1 spot is by the brand Antonio Alessandria, and what an amazing fragrance. I can't tell you how much I love this one. This one has a tropical opening. You do get a little bit of coconut. You do have a base of vanilla. The vanilla is so rich, and it has some lactonic qualities in the base as well. And then you also have like this tropical fruit blend in the opening. Also a touch of passion fruit from what I was able to detect, but it's so juicy. It's bursting at the seams because of how ripe it is. This one is called Rusty Vibes. Now, here is a fragrance that was made for Cephalabon's 10-year anniversary. This is a bespoke fragrance, and I can't tell you how amazing this fragrance is. I've tried a lot of other fragrances from the brand Antonio Alessandria. I believe they're carried at Perfumology, which is where I had the opportunity to try everything that the store carried, and the high quality, the longevity, the craftsmanship, the creativity. We have 10 incredible fragrances here. Some are a little bit more masculine, I suppose. Some are a little bit more feminine, depending on your mindset when it comes to certain ingredients. I personally think they're all unisex, but here we have a nice arrangement and a diverse blend of different fragrances. Some are on the floral side, some are on the fruity side, some feature lavender, some feature pineapple, some are salty, some are floral, some are ambery, some are vanillic. We have a really nice variety of many different types of fragrances. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have the opportunity to enter the draw. Once again, all of the information is going to be down below. Please click the first link to shoot on over to cephalabon.com, become a registered reader, leave a comment on the article, and good luck to you. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.